BMWs available in exciting colors such as brown and beige. Ooh. Hey yo, it's the GroveStGambler back again after a long absence, and obviously this is not Call of Duty. This is the Forza Motorsport 4 demo, which just came out a couple of days ago, and I've been having a lot of fun playing it. I love driving games. It's one of the things that really got me into the more modern consoles. Now this demo, you only get like quick race and rivals. We'll look in here first real quick. These are the cars you can drive in quick race mode. They're the Cougar Eliminator, the WRX STI, and the 458 Italia. But I'm not really here to talk about that, because what I'm really excited about is this rivals mode, which is basically a hot lap competition with the worldwide leaderboards from all over Xbox Live. You can compete against your friends. That's my friend Optical Fiber over there. He beat my best time with this car on this track, so I need to now try to beat him, which I will try to show you a little bit of during this video. Now basically the competition is trying to do the fastest clean lap, and what that means is like a dirty lap would basically be one where you hit a wall, hit another car, go outside the lines, crash, spin out, etc. And it's actually pretty challenging to turn in a clean lap, but clean laps really count here, and all the clean laps are ranked higher than all of the dirty laps, no matter how fast the dirty laps are. Now for controls, I'm using the the advanced level controls with no ABS or with no traction control. The expert mode is only for people with the steering wheels and the pedals, but I don't have that stuff. I just have the regular old Xbox 360 controller that came with my Xbox. So here we are. We're going to be driving the 458 Italia on this track here in Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Did I say that right? I don't know. This is the only track in this demo map, the demo pack, whatever you want to call it. You do run it in reverse on certain events, but pretty much that's the only track, and those are like the 5 cars that we already looked at that you can drive in this, and there's pretty much no customization. It is just a demo. The controls are pretty much familiar if you've played these games before, and that's the time to beat, 1 minute 31 seconds. So here we go. Now this intro was actually recorded from a different attempt. My recorder glitched out, but let's just listen. Listen to the wail of that Italian V8 just roaring behind us. Now you might have noticed at the beginning that the Optical Fiber Ghost car, the red Ferrari, just blew right by me at the start-finish line. That's because he set his fastest lap, not on his first lap, but like his second lap, or one of the later ones, which means he was going full speed across the start-finish line. That's actually a really important consideration for those of you guys that are trying to set these hot lap times, because that standing start's really going to add like 4 to 6 seconds to your lap time, so you got to keep that in mind. It's really your second lap that really counts. Now on the left side of the screen, you see these little things popping up. It says pass, and it has these bars, and it's basically rating how good your passes are, your turns are, and oh yeah, how good your drifts are. Suddenly I'm less interested in catching up to that Ferrari and more interested in seeing how this drift meter works. So here I am doing a little dancing, a little ice skating just for fun, and one of the little tweaks I noticed they made in this demo was to the way the sensitivity of the analog stick works. So like in the middle range, it's a lot less sensitive before, which makes it a lot easier to make these little corrections at high speed like I just did right there, which I used to always have problems with this, on driving games before, just, having to make these little corrections, and now it's a lot easier. It was a little tricky to get used to at first, but now I totally love it. It's really great. And it really makes it easier to compete against the guys with the wheels now, I think, the steering wheels. So coming up on the second lap, trying to maintain good speed through here to just help set that lap time a little bit easier. There's Optical's Ghost car weaving in and out through there, and I'm just trying to hold on, trying to hang on, trying not to hit anyone, trying not to hit the wall. Oh, and that little hit let Optical Fiber pass me, but that's not a problem because I've got a time machine. Now this feature is pretty familiar to anybody who's played Forza before, or Forza as they like to say. But it's basically a little thing, lets you rewind and go back to your past mistakes and try to fix them. And don't we all wish we could have had something like that in life? And like those guys right there probably want that. No. But of course, every time you use it, your lap automatically counts as a dirty lap. You don't get to, just keep using the time shifting abilities to set a perfect lap. and be at the top of the leaderboard. No, that wouldn't be fair. You know, one thing I noticed about the interior view on this particular car is that unlike most of the other games and the cars and most of the other games, is you can actually use the tachometer and the dash on this and the gear indicator. Like, it's so big and easy to read right in your line of sight. Why would you use the one in the corner from the game? I don't know. But you can only do that on this car. So here I am getting a little sideways and getting a little more sideways, hanging on. Yeah, looking like the Drift King with the 4-bar drift. Okay, maybe I gotta take back a little Drift King thing after that, but whatever, that was fun. And I guess I could bring up now like the way damage works. Like, I actually think that this game, the racing is more pure and realistic than, you know, Gran Turismo. Obviously, if you're gonna have a discussion about this game, you gotta talk about Gran Turismo. I think somewhere along the way, and I did play a lot of Gran Turismo, but somewhere along the way, I think they just kind of got lost and started concentrating more on just, I don't know, all the little details, trying to get thousands of more cars in there, or, you know, getting every button and knob right. But like, something about the dynamics of the on-track, you know, wheel-to-wheel racing just never really rang true to me. And just the way Forza handles the damage, you know, like there's consequences to getting damaged. Your car won't run as well anymore. Your top speed will go down. And anyways, here we are. This is the third lap. I decided I'm gonna take it seriously. No more crazy sideways action. I need to build up a lead and actually beat my friend so that I can be the top of my friend's leaderboard and not him, because that's the way things should be. The GroveStGambler on the top of everything. So here you see me trying to hang on, not going sideways, trying to take clean lines, just build up a good lead. Because what I really want to do is, after building up a good lead in the first half of this track, and the ghost car's behind me, I want to put on a nice little drift show for him, so that when he's trying to beat my time and he's chasing my ghost car, he's going to see me doing all this crazy drifting stuff and he's going to get all frustrated, like, why can't I keep up with this guy? So check out this little combo right here. Yeah, hitting the little opposite lock, full opposite lock right there, getting a little feint motion to keep it going to the next left, a little bit of slip angle, staying on the gas to kick that out a little more. And that should be worth 4 bars, and it is. And oh wow, did you see how the light just glinted off the snow like that? These graphics are pretty amazing, and I'm sure the actual game's gonna be even better. And oh no, there's the consequences for all my drifting. Optical fibers ghost car just passed me, so you could see me instantly switch into grip mode. No more sliding action, just trying to get good exit speed out of those last turns so I can make this quick sprint to the finish line and win the game. Congratulations, I have beat Optical Fiber. Well, his lap, to be honest, wasn't that fast. Not that I'm trying to talk trash or anything, but it was like one of his first laps. So that was pretty fun. I got to do a little bit of fun drifting, sliding around, got to be a little more serious, try to set some lap times, and beat my friend, which put me into the top 43%, which is pretty mediocre, but I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time on this demo just trying to whittle down those lap times a little bit more. In fact, I already have, since I recorded this, you know, played a little more on the M5, and I actually placed in the top 2% on that one. Here's the leaderboard from that. Although that's mainly because I just managed to set a couple of clean laps, which automatically will put you in the top, you know, pretty high category, because it is very challenging to hit the clean laps on this game. So all in all, as a fan of racing games in general, I really think Forza 4 or Forza 4 is shaping up to probably be one of the best racing games in the world. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, back after a long absence, this is the GroveStGambler. Stay safe on the roads out there. Good night.